In this video, we shall explore some of the most exciting and transformative infrastructure projects happening in Kenya right now. These projects are set to reshape the country's economic future, enhance connectivity, and improve the daily lives of Kenyans. From cutting-edge energy solutions to vital road networks, Kenya is investing in its future in a big way. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of the infrastructure projects set to make a massive impact between now and 2030. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on these amazing updates. Kenya is currently undergoing a massive transformation, driven by a series of ambitious infrastructure projects aimed at modernizing the country's economy and improving the quality of life for millions of people. The goal is clear: to make Kenya a regional powerhouse in East Africa by enhancing connectivity, boosting trade, and creating sustainable energy solutions. These projects will not only modernize the country's infrastructure, but also create jobs, improve public services, and foster long-term economic growth. Let's take a closer look at some of the most important ongoing and planned infrastructure projects in Kenya. Number 8. Rironi-Nakuru-Mau Summit Road. One of the key projects in Kenya's road infrastructure is the Rironi-Nakuru-Mau Summit Road. This 180-kilometer stretch is being transformed into a 4-lane dual carriageway to ease the growing traffic congestion that has been plaguing this important route. This road connects Nairobi to the western parts of Kenya, including major towns like Nakuru, and is crucial for both trade and passenger transport. The expanded road will reduce travel times, making travel between Nairobi and the western regions much faster. It will also improve safety, as the current narrow road has been a source of many accidents. Set to be completed by 2025, this road will greatly improve the efficiency of transportation, benefiting the agricultural sector by allowing farmers to transport their goods to markets more quickly. Number 7. Northland City. Northland City is a massive mixed-use development project located in Ruiru, just outside Nairobi. Valued at approximately Ksh 500 billion, this city will be developed over the next 50 years, with the first phase focusing on residential, commercial, and industrial spaces. It will be a self-sustaining community that will eventually house hundreds of thousands of people. The first phase of Northland City includes the construction of housing units, schools, hospitals, and retail spaces, with later phases adding industrial and commercial areas. This development will ease the pressure on Nairobi's crowded urban areas and create new opportunities for both local and international investors. Northland City will be an important part of Kenya's future growth, providing both housing and jobs to thousands of people. Number 6. JKIA Rironi Highway. Another essential project is the JKIA Rironi Highway, which will significantly improve connectivity between Nairobi's Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, JKIA, and the surrounding areas. This project will make it easier for travelers, businesses, and cargo to move between the airport and the city, making Nairobi more accessible for both locals and international visitors. The highway is being constructed in phases, with the first phase focused on expanding the road to accommodate the growing traffic. Once completed by 2025, this road will reduce travel time between the airport and Nairobi, which will benefit both tourists and business travelers. Additionally, the smoother flow of goods through the airport, which is one of Africa's busiest hubs, will improve trade and logistics across the region. Number 5. Green energy projects. Kenya is becoming a leader in renewable energy in Africa, with a growing investment in green energy, particularly wind and solar power. The goal is to reduce dependence on fossil fuels and diversify the country's energy mix. Some of the most notable green energy projects include the Lake Turkana Wind Power Project and the development of large solar farms across the country. The Lake Turkana Wind Power Project, located in northern Kenya, is the largest wind power project in Africa. Once completed, it will generate $310 million of electricity, enough to power millions of homes. In addition to wind power, Kenya is also expanding its solar energy capacity with projects like the Garissa Solar Power Project, which will significantly boost the national grid. These green energy projects are key to Kenya's long-term energy security and sustainability. They will not only provide clean energy, but also help reduce the country's carbon footprint, aligning with global climate change goals. These projects will continue to develop throughout the next decade, with the majority of them coming online by 2030. Number 4. Mombasa Port Expansion. As Kenya's main gateway to international trade, the port of Mombasa plays a crucial role in the country's economy. To keep up with growing demand, the government is investing in the port's expansion to handle larger vessels and increase capacity. The expansion includes the construction of new berths, deepening the harbour to allow for larger ships, and improving cargo handling facilities. Once completed in 2025, the port will be able to accommodate 30% more traffic, significantly boosting Kenya's trade capacity. The port is also being connected to inland areas through better road and rail networks, making it easier to transport goods across the region. Number 3. Mombasa Gate Bridge. The Mombasa Gate Bridge is another major infrastructure project designed to improve connectivity in Kenya. This 13.2-kilometer bridge will link Mombasa Island with the South Mainland, easing traffic congestion and reducing travel time. The bridge will significantly boost Mombasa's economy by improving the flow of goods and people, making the city more attractive for business and tourism. The bridge is part of a broader plan to enhance Mombasa's infrastructure, including improvements to road networks and port facilities, positioning the city as a key destination for trade and tourism. Number 2. Affordable housing projects. Kenya is facing a severe housing shortage, especially in urban areas, where demand for affordable housing far outstrips supply. To address this, the government is running an ambitious affordable housing program aimed at constructing millions of new homes. This initiative is part of Kenya's Vision 2030, which seeks to provide decent housing for every citizen. Several affordable housing projects are already underway in cities like Nairobi, and these will provide quality, low-cost housing for low- and middle-income families. The first phase is expected to be completed by 2025, with millions of new homes expected by 2030. These developments will not only address the housing crisis, but will also create thousands of jobs in the construction and real estate sectors. Number 1. Lamu Port, South Sudan, Ethiopia. Transport, LAPSSET Corridor. The LAPSSET Corridor is one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects not just in Kenya, but in all of East Africa. With an estimated cost of over $2 billion, this transformative project aims to connect Kenya's coastal city of Lamu to landlocked South Sudan and Ethiopia, opening up new trade routes and fostering greater regional integration. When fully completed, Lamu will house the largest port in East Africa. But this project is more than just a port. The LAPSSET corridor will include a wide range of infrastructure, including highways, a railway line, and even an oil pipeline, all designed to enhance Kenya's position as a trade hub in East Africa. Thousands of jobs will be created, and Kenya's GDP is expected to grow significantly due to the easy movement of goods and people across the region. As of now, the construction of the Lamu port is well underway, with several berths already being built. Work on the roads and rail links will continue throughout the 2020s, and the full completion of the LAPSSET corridor is expected by 2030. Not only will this project benefit Kenya, but it will also help South Sudan and Ethiopia by giving them access to a modern port, stimulating their economies in the process. If you found this video as exciting as we did, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for more updates on the latest infrastructure and economic developments across Africa.